Justice Barrett?
Mr. Clement, assume that this is just an assumption, assume that I think C1 doesn't apply and it's not preempted. What would be the advantage of deciding this case based on the safety exception rather than the preemption provision?
So the principal advantage of deciding this case on C2, on the C2B or whatever it is, like that might not really move you if you actually don't think it's preempted under the principal preemption provision. But the principal...
Yeah, I said that backwards. I mean, say that I think you might win under C1 because I don't think it's preempted. Why would I decide it? Or is there any reason to decide it?
Under those circumstances, there's not much. But I will say this, like, I think the question about whether the ADA preemption provision applies to safety-related torts is a hard one. Mm-hmm. And I think if anything you say about the principal preemption provision here is, I think, going to have some carryover effects in the ADA context. That's, after all, why the Airlines for America filed an amicus brief urging you to sort of decide it that way. And I think you might want to hold that issue, which is a tricky one, harmless. And the way you hold that issue completely harmless is save it for another day when it actually matters, and you just decide this case on the basis of text that's not in the ADA.
Okay, let me flip it. Let me say that I do think it's a hard question. I'm very skeptical about whether the preemption provision applies or not. Is there anything that, and let's say that I think that you win under the safety exception, is there anything that an opinion might say about the safety exception that might prejudice that question when we confront it later, the preemption provision?
I don't really see how it could because it's text that's not in the ADA. And I suppose everything I'm saying about the ADA would also be if you ever do get one of these B cases and, with intrastate, that would be another thing that you're not prejudging if you decide this case just based on the text of the safety exception.
Same on C1 because the text is the same in the ADA.
Yeah, exactly.